The myth of perfection, how hiding your humanity is costing you. A client recently told me that I changed their life. Not in a casual, oh, this was really helpful kind of way, but in a soul-shifting, lineage-breaking kind of way. They said, because of our work together, my children will never know the poverty I grew up in. Let that land. Their kids will never know the hunger, the fear, the not enoughness that shaped them. They can now afford to send all 3 of their kids to the college of their choice. I could feel the generational change snap mid-sentence. But then they added something that made my nervous system flinch, not from their words, but from the truth I heard beneath them. I'm sorry, I can't give you a testimonial, not even a vague one. It would ruin my brand. Ruin their brand. I didn't take it personally. I took it as a mandate. Because what they said out loud is a wound that runs deep in our industry, especially among high-achieving folks, healers, and change makers. If I admit I struggle, no one will trust me. If I'm not perfect, I'm not profitable. But here's the truth no one wants to put in their funnel copy. If any part of you believes that you have to present as perfect for people to work with you, then no matter how successful you are only a fraction as successful as you could be. Let me tell you something I've learned by living it. I have filed for bankruptcy after being crushed under $300,000 of medical debt. I'm making payments to the IRS, and I do so with integrity, not shame. I've made decisions that came from trauma and not strategy, and I've alchemized every one of them. Some people have told me that's why they didn't hire me, but many more have said that's exactly why they did, because they know I will not shame them, because I know what it's like to wake up in a cold sweat over a tax bill. Because they feel safe. And when people feel safe, they rise. You don't need to be polished to be powerful. You just need to be you. There is power in transparency. There is leadership in honesty. And there is liberation in naming the mess and still moving forward. Tomorrow, I'll sit with this client again. Not to change their mind about the testimonial, though they may surprise us both someday, but to reflect the truth back to them, that the parts of themselves that they hide in the name of professionalism are the very keys to deeper connection, more magnetism, more of everything they want. Because curated does not equal credible, because the polished veneer is never as compelling as the sacred truth, because being yourself is not a liability, it's your legacy. Some reflection and expansion prompts for you. What parts of your story have you been taught to hide in order to seem more professional or credible? What if the thing you're afraid to reveal is actually your most powerful magnet? Who might feel less alone if you told your truth? Hit reply to the email, share in the comments. What's one imperfect part of your story that your clients actually love you for? Postscript. You don't need a cleaner story. You don't need a shinier brand. You need the audacity to be seen exactly as you are. Because profit is protest, and your truth, it's the whole revolution. Today's song of the day, The Sound of Silence, covered by Disturbed. And if you enjoyed the song on Spotify or Apple Music or however you listen, I highly recommend going to YouTube and finding the version of Disturbed with Miles Kennedy. So good. Enjoy.